What's the footprint of Overcast now? I think you show how many paid users you have on like the page with who's paying. Do you still do that?
It's just like I show like how many have upgraded this week, so it's never like a total, but it is a running number. But what percentage wise, market share wise, by Libsyn's numbers, which I think are the most broad numbers that are publicly released anywhere. By Libsyn's numbers, I have roughly like 2.5% market share of the podcast space, which sounds like a little, and it is percentage wise a little, but it's actually one of the biggest apps by having.
It puts you in the top 10, right? For sure.
Yeah, I think it puts you in like the top 3 actually. It depends on top 3, on how you're ranking, but yeah.
Yeah,
I'm very happy with it.
And what is the and then the model is, I don't even know what I pay. Is it $50 a year, $30 a year?
Not even. So it's free for almost any use. But if you want to be able to turn off the ads for podcasts, like I don't run ads for anything else. I run ads for other podcasts that are just little visual banners in the app that you could, if you want to get more listeners to your show, you can buy an ad in Overcast and promote your podcast. It's a native ad, of course. It's in a podcast player. And so if you want to turn off those ads as a listener, you can pay $10 a year.
That's it? It's only $10 a year? I feel like I'd pay $10 a month for it. And what
you can if you want.
Okay, change my subscription. Well, I mean, you just think about it. I use podcasting apps at least an hour. I use your app at least an hour a day. It's always in my top 3. It's like Twitter, my Superhuman, and then Overcast are my top 3 apps in my weekly report on my iPhone. When we left for the break, I wanted to know how you think about video today and where that's going. Are you seeing more of it? Do users want it? Because a lot of people are doing video clips now. What do you think about video?
I think it's a totally different thing, and it always has been, and it always will be. You know, right now we're doing a lot of video stuff because a lot of people are at home. A lot of podcast listening did go down. I think I forget the exact numbers, but it was something like a 15% decline during the worst of the U.S. quarantine this past spring, and then it slowly has come back up again since then, to the point where now we're pretty much at pre-quarantine levels of almost all metrics I have. But although that's scary in a different way. But anyway, we for the most part, I think video has always been separate, and video podcasts have always been something that you create for different reasons and that you consume in different places and different contexts. One of the reasons why people love podcasts, audio podcasts, is that they can listen to them while their body is busy doing something. Their eyes may be busy doing something, but that their brain and their ears can listen. So, you know, obviously the biggest thing people usually do listening to podcasts is commuting, or otherwise driving. But also you can, like, I listen all the time when I'm walking my dog, or even just doing dishes, or we can put on a podcast while my wife and I are having breakfast together, and we can just listen to a show together. There's ways that you can play podcasts while you are otherwise like visibly occupied, like your eyes are occupied.
That is the magic of it, right? Which has always been the magic of, you know, like even Howard Stern or back in the day, other, you know, national personalities. Yeah, it's in the background at work. People are working in a factory. They're working at their office. They could have it in the background. Maybe somebody gets upset. Maybe somebody doesn't. But does that mean you would never, because we have a video feed, I think it does pretty good. Do you think you'll ever support video, or do you support video now? I never noticed.
I don't support video now, and I don't really plan to. I mean, unless things really radically change, I could obviously reconsider. But right now, I don't see the need for it. I think I can make a much better app that is much more focused on what it does well by only doing audio, because that's what most people want out of their podcast player, I think.
All right. So Dan, going over to you with video. I have recently been investing in our YouTube presence. In fact, like we're doing clips, and we got 140,000 subscribers or something. We get a nice 10, 20, 30,000 video views each episode. And, you know, obviously some of them break out over time. And I'm thinking I'm going to keep investing there, because we do this to build deal flow for my angel investing business, and because I love doing it. It's not really a business as such, and it's as a standalone business. What is the percentage of advertisers who care about the video component? Do they care at all? Do video podcasts have an advantage over audio only ones? And what do you think video plays into the future of all this?
Okay, so long and short, I think it's a good idea for content creators. You know, if I were Marco, I'm not sure I'd do anything different than what he's doing. But if I'm you, I would absolutely, I'm big into omni-channel. I think that some of the most successful shows that help advertisers grow and really drive performance are the ones that don't limit their distribution possibilities. And so, some of the best performing shows that are out there are simulcast through everywhere that people get podcasts, but then also on YouTube. Because if for the same reason that you say, Rogan's going to lose people when he goes to Spotify, people are partial to their primary platform. And as such, you're going to benefit from being somewhere that they like to get their content. So it's not that you're necessarily doing something visually interesting. It's just that there's people that want to consume it that way. So give them what they want.